Remember last week you worked on your cover by gluing a piece of tissue paper onto your cover. And so I have mine right here. You'll notice that I haven't trimmed it up yet, but I'm going to do that right now. So you'll do that with yours too. We're just going to cut this off as neat as we can. Remember, we're going to be gluing different things on, so it doesn't have to be perfectly neat, but I turn mine over, and you can see when you turn it over, you can see the edges. So I'm going to use that as a guide to trim it, because you can't really see the edges when you have it the other direction. All you can see is the blue or the color of the tissue paper. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it nice and neat. And then I'll be ready to finish my substrate. The way that I am going to finish my substrate is I am going to put some paint, brush some paint on with a stencil brush, so that my design that my paper created when I glued it is apparent. So like you can see it, and I didn't worry too much about this over here because I'm actually going to put a strip of paper here and make this look decorative. So, but I think this looks pretty good. I chose two colors. You don't need a lot, but I'm using a silver, and then I like this green. I'm going to use this green. So, and you really don't need a lot. This green still has its cap on it, so if you get a paint, oops, and it still has the cap on it, you just have to take that cap off. You might get a little messy, like me. And then you just need a dot of paint, like that. You do not want too much paint, because if you put too much paint, you will end up covering all of your substrate with that color. Hold on one second. I am going to get myself a paper towel. And you will want to have a paper towel handy. I also said that I was going to use a little bit of silver. So I'm going to put a dot of silver. Like I said, you don't need a lot of paint. You get to choose. Remember, your learning target is that you make the decisions. So you're going to make the decisions. Now notice how, like I said, if you want the design to show through, you can't use too much paint. Like in the middle here, I probably have too much paint. This is called a stencil brush. On a stencil brush, the bristles are stiff. So it allows you to get the paint into the cracks. And so that is why I am kind of brushing, like I was brushing my teeth. You probably, I'm not sure that you can tell, but it feels like I'm brushing my teeth, but I'm really actually brushing my paper. Now I'm going to take some of the silver and do the same thing. And as you can see, it makes this really super cool design because it shows off the texture that I created when I glued my crumpled paper to my cover. So I'm really actually very, very excited about this. I like this cover a lot. Remember, it's just like brushing your teeth. You want to spread it out so that the texture starts showing through. You can use colors that you want. I would suggest contrast colors. Like I chose the silver because I thought it would enhance the blue and make the blue stand out, or it would show up on the blue. But if I choose colors, like if I put blue on blue, I may not get much. I need to choose a different tone, like a different tone of blue. Like if I chose blue and I chose like a blue-green to go on top of my blue, it would probably turn out better than just a dark blue on top of a dark blue. So keep that in mind, that when you choose your contrasting color, you'll want to choose something that enhances and allows the pattern to show through. Actually, I'm very excited about this. I got a little bit kind of maybe right here, that this big blob in the middle, but I bet I could work with that later when I go to do my design and put more of my mixed media on. Well, I hope you enjoy finishing up your substrate. When you're finished with your substrate, please put your stencil brush in the sink in a cup, and I'll rinse it later for you. Do not put it back with the washed stencil brushes. And then you can set this aside. Acrylic dries really fast, and since we were brushing it on so thinly, it will be dry within about 15 minutes. So you'll be able to start gluing on it. There's no need to put it on the drying rack. Just keep it at your seat, push it up to the top of your page, and you can finish cutting and preparing what you are going to be gluing onto your substrate for your mixed media. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you painting. Bye for now.